Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the second episode of Zen and the City. You liked the first episode of this podcast series, so I thought I should do another one since I received very good feedback. So, the topic of this episode is the most important habit in life. And what I'm talking about is nothing else other than exercise. Yeah, we're going to talk about exercise and how important it is to have it as a habit in life. So, I don't know if you're a person that used to exercise or exercise right now, whether you have it in your life or not. But it's the kind of thing that if you're not into, now is a good time to think about starting doing it. Sometimes life gets in the way, and not every period of our life is the best to have a daily routine. Sometimes things get in the middle and interrupt our daily lives. But all in all, building a good habit is something that is crucial. And whether you're going through a difficult period, if you make it a habit, I'm sure you will go back to it very easily, rather than having exercise as something that is temporary in your life. Because most people, what they do is before summer or in spring, usually they think about the summer holidays, the summer clothes, or whatnot, and then they panic and they are like, oh, maybe I should start exercising now. And if I do it for 2-3 months, then I should be all right for the summer. And then they fall out of the habit again as soon as summer comes in or as soon as autumn comes in, which is the wrong mentality, because exercise is not something we do just to look good during the summer. It's something that has so many benefits. I'm sure everyone has read even one article or saw a video that talks all about exercise, health benefits, and all of that. So I'm not going to get too much into that. I'm just going to mention a few things. For me, exercise is so important because not only it helps you have a better sleep at night, it tones your body, of course, and it gives you a lot more energy rather than just being sluggish or sitting on your desk, at your desk or on the sofa every day. But it regulates so much in the body. It's responsible for so many good things around your health that it's just so sad to overlook it and just never get into it. It also boosts our mood, which is very important. And sometimes we think, oh, why am I in such a bad mood at this period? And we just get into supplements or something else rather than just going out for a walk or exercising a bit. That is the easiest and the quickest fix you can do. It also gives us the happiness hormones that also regulates mood and some other stuff in the body. So I'm not gonna make a whole video about praising the benefits of exercise. We all know more or less that it's good, but nonetheless we tend to disregard it. And I think that lately I've been talking to a few friends, we all know how good it is for us, but still somehow we underestimate it. We underestimate the importance of exercise, and this is what baffles me. So when we get a problem, when a problem appears, like a health issue, then we tend to think about it and we're like, oh, but the doctor recommended me to start exercising more, or the physio gave me this exercise to do to strengthen my knee, for example. or my back, or the back of my neck, or something like that. And that's the trigger. But even then, most people are gonna do the exercises, are gonna follow the advice for maybe a few weeks, maybe a few months, and then just stop altogether again. So exercise helps with longevity as well. Let's not deny it. It helps us live, actually, no, I'm going to correct myself, not necessarily a long life, but it's going to help us live a better life, right? So I don't know what the queen does and she's lived for so long, for example. Maybe she does exercise and we don't know all of her routine. I know that she used to love horseback riding, and going for walks, and um like move around, do gardening and stuff like that. If you know her, please ask her for her secret. But other than that, it does help us live a better life, and that's because exercise helps prevent injuries and help other health conditions in general by strengthening our body and conditioning our body, help with the bones, the ligaments, the muscles, and supports our body and hence our health, um, throughout our lives. And this is my main point. This is why it's the most important habit you will have in your life, because it's a holistic approach and it helps so much more than just toning your body and making you look good. It helps with your mood, your energy, and with your health. And it helps prevent a bunch of stuff. And only when we bump into a health issue, that's only when we realize, instead of just making it a habit from the start and help preventing everything. So I have a couple of tips for you. And I'm not the person who follows even my tips religiously, and I'm not working out every day, but I'm trying to keep exercise in my life, and maybe like do 2-3 times a week, do something, even if it's for a little while. So the first tip I'm gonna give you is find something that suits you. Not every form of exercise is for everybody. Some people like kickboxing, some people like running, some people like yoga, some people like sports, some people like everything, some people like only one thing. And that's okay, as long as you experiment, try a bunch of things, and find what works for your personality and your energy levels. It's best if you try and give it some time, rather than constantly having the feeling, oh, but I hate the gym is so boring, or I find yoga boring. Fair enough, okay, but I'm sure you will find something at some point that feels good for you. It might be dancing. Just try out dancing instead. This is a form of exercise. Everything counts. And then maybe you also want to have an accountability partner, right? So that's another tip. If you tell a friend that, look, I'm thinking about starting this form of exercise, for example, and I want to commit to 3 days a week. So you tell your friend, and then your friend is going to check up on you every now and then to see if you are following through. And this is not to create stress or pressure on you, but maybe just create a little bit of pressure. But that's accountability. Yeah, it's only to motivate you further rather than create extra stress for you, if you know what I mean. And it's even better if you start some form of exercise with a friend. That's even better, because then the days that you get bored, or you don't feel like going out, or you don't feel like exercising, the friend is gonna call you and they're gonna be like, okay, let's go, come on, don't give up, blah 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 blah. So one day maybe they're gonna feel a bit down and you're gonna motivate them, and then the other time is gonna be the other way around. That usually helps, because if you feel that's creating pressure for you and you don't want to tell anyone about your routine, then that's fine. But you're not going to reap the benefits of having someone there to cheer you up and motivate you when you're not feeling like it. The third tip I have for you is to get your exercise mat out without thinking about it. Yeah, it's the day that you were supposed to exercise. Just go and pick up the mat and lay it out, even if that's the only thing you do. Just do it. Don't think about it. Do it as you drink water, let's say, or as you make your coffee. You don't think about it. You just do. It's your routine. Yeah, the first thing you do is you make your coffee or your tea in the morning. Do the same with your mat, your exercise mat. Just put it out, and then you're gonna see that even if you're not in the mood, you're gonna see it there and you're gonna be like, but now I have this in front of me. Maybe I should just get on it for 5 or 10 minutes. Even if it's for just 10 minutes, if you don't feel like you can do crazy stuff today, if your energy is low, just get on your mat, even if it's for 5 or 10 minutes. You can do some gentle stretching, or you can do something that's not as intense. Maybe you don't feel like doing heat or something, but you can do like 10 minutes of gentle yoga, and that will instantly make you feel better. And at least you will have moved your body that day. Usually it helps. The first step is to take out the mat, or the first step is to put on your shoes if you're doing something that's outdoors. And the other tip I have for you is, on that note, try to go for more of a regular practice, even if it's a short one, rather than doing exercise twice a week, for example, but for an hour. It's better if you do, let's say, 30 minutes 3 or 4 times a week, rather than doing a whole hour twice a week. It's gonna make you feel better. It's gonna make you make the habit stick more easily, but also you're gonna reap more benefits, because your body is gonna get into the habit. Your muscles are gonna be worked more often, even if it's not as intense and as long. Doing a long exercise, having a long exercise routine doesn't mean that it's the best exercise routine. So again, even if you do 10 minutes, it's better than not doing anything at all, skipping like 3 days and then only doing something twice a week. So these are my main tips. And the last one I have for you is to find a fixed time in the day where you know that usually your schedule is empty and you're not going to have many distractions. And you know that it's going to be the time of the day devoted just for that. Same as you have the last couple of hours of the day just for yourself to relax, to watch maybe a film or to have your dinner, or same as you have the mornings before work to have your coffee and your breakfast. You're gonna do the same for your exercise routine. Find the slot that's usually empty and stick to it, because that's gonna make the habit easier to stick, and it's gonna help you remove the distractions of people trying to make plans with you or having life happen in the middle. And it's good if you know that this time is for you and exercise, and the rest of the schedule is free for anything else. Trust me, it works better rather than having random times, because if you leave it open, then the chances are that you're not going to stick to it, and your body's not going to remember, and the habit is not going to stick. So try this. And also, I'm very, very curious to know your tips. If you're a person who exercises regularly, please do let me know what's your advice. How did you make your exercise routine stick? How did you get into the habit? What were you doing before? What were your excuses? I'm very, very curious to know. And I hope you liked my advice. And let me know if it worked for you. I would be happy to hear your comments. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe. And until the next one, have a super duper good one. Bye.